Alright guys, welcome back to the Card Shark Showdown on the Rotten1279 channel. Alex Houle has handily won his first game in $500, but Gary, you know what to do. You have to win this game in order to tie things up, okay? Alright Gary, here's your question. This is a long question, so keep your ears open. We found 100 married women who have a full-time job and asked them, have you ever buttered up your boss by telling them how much you love working for him, even though you really hate your job? How many women said they have done that?
Oh gosh, I'm going to say little number 44.
Going with 44. Alex, I'll go to 44.
I'm actually going to go higher.
He's going higher than 44. Alright, let's see the answer. The actual number of women who have buttered up their boss even though they really hate their job is. It's 28. It is not higher, it is lower, so Gary gets it. Gary, here's your opening card. Gary, your opening card is an ace, A-C-E.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 7. Freezing on the 7, keeping Alex away from his cards. Alex, here's your question.
No.
Alex, we found 100 expectant fathers. These are all men whose wives are at least 6 months pregnant. And asked them, if we lined up 5 pregnant women, all with bags over their heads, would you be able to pick out your wife by her stomach? How many expectant fathers said they would be able to pick out their wife?
Oh my gosh. That is gonna have to be a low number. I say 31.
Going with 31. Gary, higher or lower than 31?
Higher.
Going higher. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of men that said they will be able to identify their wife with a bag over their head and they're pregnant is 89. Is way higher. Good job, Gary.
All right.
Gary, you have the 7. What do you want to do with that 7?
I want to change it.
The 7 becomes a king.
Lower.
Lower than a king. It's a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 5.
Higher.
To win the second game, higher than the 5. Yes, it's a 9. Good job, Gary.
Yeah.
Way to go, Gary. You tied up the match with $500. And we're going to go to our 3-card, 3-question showdown. So we're going to reset these cards here.
Now, this will this be the first time I'll actually be here? We'll find out.
We'll see.
Well, actually, I don't think this will be the first time you beat.
Well, I think it's important to beat me before.
Yeah. It was back in the last season.
Yeah, which I played terrible.
Yeah, and it was also when Rodney accidentally called me Gary.
Oh, I didn't get that. All right, I'm Gary. Gary?
I really screwed up that day, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's what, and I remember one day where I was upset Rodney called me Jerry instead of Gary.
I did say Jerry.
He called me Jerry.
Alright guys, I got the card set up for the 3-card, 3-question showdown. Somebody's going to the money cards after this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Gary, your question. We asked 100 single women, is there a man in your life you marry in a second? If he only just asked, how many women say there is?
Can you repeat it?
Yes. We asked 100 single women, is there a man in your life you marry in a second if you only just ask? How many women said there is?
I'm going to say around 40.
Going 40. Alex, higher or lower than 40?
I say lower.
Going lower. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of single women that said that if there are a man in their life they would marry in a second, he would only just ask is 60. It's not lower, it's higher. So Gary gets it. Gary, here's your opening card. The opening card is a deuce.
A 2?
Yep.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 7.
I'm going to try and go for it. Higher than a 7.
Alright, Gary, if it is higher than a 7, you'll win your second game and your winnings will go up to $3,500. Higher than a 7. Yes, it is. It's a king. You have won your game. Good job, Gary.
Good game.
So, Gary, that brings your winnings to $3,500. And we will talk to you in a minute. Well, Alex, Gary did a good job, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Alex, you're not going home empty-handed. You have won $500. And our congratulations to you, okay? Alright guys, when we come back, Gary's going to go to the money cards for $32,000. We'll see if he can do it. Stay tuned.